I had some questions about how to get into and navigate Google Sites. So every email that I've been sending you has the site right at the bottom of the page. You're going to go into, so it just says go into ELA at the top of this page for today's remote learning. So I'm going to click on ELA. It's going to bring up the ELA page. So here is your remote learning for the week. This is our story of the week. So if you click on this, it's going to send you to
Rosa and Blanca.
To the story of the week. If you click on here, you're going to get to our personalized learning plan, remote learning plan. Again, I want some feedback at the end of the day today. So all of these things that are unlined, sorry about that, are the reading lessons. So here is your reading link for the day. This is me giving you a nice recording. I learned how to change the name of the recording, so it's going to be a little bit more helpful for you all. Click on the X at the top of this screen. Let me see if I can make that bigger. I'm going to click on this X because that was where I just was. It's going to bounce me right back to here. Then you can, this is again the Google site. It's just going to give you more than one way to get this. You're going to be the DJ. I need to change that. It's called Songs for Learning. So I'm going to get you back over to there. So we're going to click on, whoa, my mouse is a little funky. We're going to click. It's going to get us right back to Google Sites. You're going to go to Songs for Learning. It'll give you two choices, Math or ELA. Sorry, my mouse is sticking. Way down at the bottom, it says Be Your Own DJ. In this department, all of the songs are listed here. So if I clicked on sounds, it's going to open a bunch of different choices. They know that at the top of the page, if they wanted to look for something specific, they could type in what they're looking for. They just click on this. It's going to bring up the song. They love Storybots. When you're done, you're just going to click on this. At the very top, again, you're going to see that X. We're going to just close out of that. It's going to bring you right back to this page. In order to get to remote learning, you can either click on ELA, and here's your remote learning plan again. And then you go to the next activity. Where I just said hold on to this, you can go to your Google Classroom and there's a lesson pushed to specific students. So some of you are Words Their Way 2, some of you are 4, some of you are 15. All of that is in there. Some of you have already been doing it. If you are having trouble with getting into Spelling City, here's an access code, the link. Spelling City, because we're using the free version, there is no login. Just use this link, which gets you to... Oh, that's not... Okay, that's just a tutorial. Sorry about that. You're going to click on this link. Again, I kind of explained this the other day. You're going to go to the 4th department. You click on Words Their Way. These are all these sorts. You pick the one that you're supposed to be working on. You go to Games, and today you're doing the Teach Me. Tomorrow you're going to do any of these other free activities. When you're done, you just click on the X at the top of the page again. When it's time for math, you just scroll to the blue department. Here is another lesson from me. On Seesaw, there was a lot of confusion with my part. It was not pushing lessons when I thought it would push lessons, and it pushed lessons too early yesterday. So just do the best you can. Again, this is going to take you back to the Google site. And when you're in the Google site, you're going to go to Songs for Learning, and this time in the math department. All the way towards the bottom. Oh, I'm just kidding. That was on the bottom last time. Here are all of the songs for math. There's a lot of them. You just, again, double click. They love this song.
We jingle and we jangle.
When you're done, you click at the X at the top of the page. I'm going to go back to my remote learning page. You could go to ELA to get there. You click on the link. It's going to open it again. I can also put this on the front page if that's more helpful for you guys. And then it gave you some options. So you could either do a page or two in your old math journal. You could make up a worksheet. You could play a math game, like a card game if you have a deck of cards. In the afternoon, we can't do that because I can't figure out how to share it to each kid. if Mrs. LaChance or Mrs. Kent got in touch with you, you're going to go over to Google Classroom and do their lesson for them. If you are not in Google Classroom for Mrs. Kent or Mrs. LaChance, you're going to do quiet time. Quiet time can be drawing, writing, yoga, whatever makes you happy. We do this every single day. At 1 o'clock, Mo Willem is doing a doodle lunch session, which is a lot of fun. He's the one that writes the Pigeon series. Here's the link to watch it. You don't have to do this activity. It's an option. After you take some quiet time and chill out, and just like we do every day after lunch, you could do some writing. Please share it with me in Google Docs. Today you have an option, but tomorrow I would like you to make sure that everybody gets on Google Docs. And then at the very end of the day, there is the Cincinnati Zoo that I had talked to you guys about before. It's at 3 o'clock. You can watch the rerun if you don't watch it at that time. You can take the quiz if you choose to. You could just take a screenshot of how you did on the quiz, or you could write me 5 facts about what you learned. That is all for today's lesson. When you are finished with today's lessons, could you please email me to tell me what worked well, what didn't work well, what you would like to see me add into it, and I am more than happy to add or remove anything. Again, it's a learning process, and Seesaw should be much more user-friendly tomorrow. I will do my best to make sure that items are pushed out by 8 a.m. as I am still recording things tonight for the upcoming lessons. I don't want to get too far ahead of myself and then find out that things weren't working for folks. I will also post the links on Dojo, Seesaw, and Google Sites. Please, please, please email me. Send me a message in Dojo. Give me an ask for a phone call. Whatever is going to make your life easier. I am now signing off. I hope you had a great day learning with your kiddos and that they are teaching you lots of fun things. I will be in touch tomorrow.